Nom noms for us.
Nom nom for us.
Nom noms for us, David.
Turn it on.
Blah 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 blah.
No, actually, I did not take too many notes.
Take any notes. Okay.
That's why I was like, fuck, I remembered I had a story to tell. What was my story? And then I remembered.
Well, cheers.
Cheers! But wait, we have cute sake to drink.
Yes, we do. But we're starting off with wine. And
we're classy ladies.
Exactly. And what did you make for us this evening?
We have shishito peppers.
Yeah.
Just like scorched with some soy sauce and sesame seeds. Cucumber salad with, I forget what it's called, a seasoning on top with seaweed.
At a certain point, you're going to remember. It's going to hit you and you're going to tell us all.
Yeah. I want to say togarashi, but it's not togarashi because togarashi is spicy. It's going to come to me.
Yes.
And then noodles with sugar snap peas, shimeji and shiitake mushrooms, ribeye and spinach and cilantro in a sauce made of the trifecta, which is miso, peanut butter, and sesame paste.
Yeah.
For those in the know.
For sesame paste.
Yes.
All right. Well, I think I'm going to dig into the warm first because I don't want it to get cold.
You do what you need to do.
And fucking just get up in here because I'm hungry as fuck. And I'm basically a starved child.
Well, there's so much food, so.
Do you want some of this?
No, I want a cucumber. Because I spiralized them.
They're stunning and I cannot wait to eat. Absolutely gorge.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah.
Snaps to me. That was good. That was a good bite. Yeah.
Asian is just always the fucking best, isn't it?
It's a interesting Asian fusion because I have shishito peppers are, I believe, Japanese.
I want to say.
This cucumber salad is kind of a take on something that I've never eaten before, which is a cucumber salad at Din Tai Fung. And if I'm not mistaken, that is meant to be a Chinese restaurant. And then, not meant to be, it is a Chinese restaurant. And then these noodles, I guess, would most closely resemble Thai cuisine.
But they're udon.
No, they're Thai noodles, according to the packaging from Trader Joe's.
According to Joe.
Okay. You know how they have like Trader Jose for all their Mexican stuff?
No.
That's what it says. I think.
I've never seen that.
Or like Trader Giuseppe for all the Italian stuff. If you stain my carpet, you clean it.
That's fine.
You might find a Jeff hair on that.
No, there are multiple.
Jeff, you're perfect.
You're perfect.
You're perfect boy, and your hair is hypoallergenic.
No,
it is not.
It's the opposite. Okay, so I do remember one thing that I wrote on my notes.
Do tell.
What does the phrase smoke and mirrors mean?
What did you watch that made you think of that? I want to know first.
No, I didn't watch anything. It was my brain. I thought about saying that. I just thought it was funny. Fuck, I can't even remember. I need to take more detailed notes.
Okay. So smoke and mirror, like when you say that, it means that like somebody is trying to like divert your attention and like pretense and right. I don't know for a fact. I can only think of like carnival rides and like the mirror room and like you're not sure of where to go and you have to just, I honestly don't know.
Wait, okay, fine. Cool.
That's what comes to my head.
There's a carnival right next to where we live. And every time I drive by it, I'm like, it could be fun to go on that Ferris wheel. But then I'm like, how scary are carnivals?
That could also be like the last thing that you do.
It could be the end of me. It could
in
be
like
the
a
end
really
of my
tragic,
life.
fucked up way.
I wonder how many people die in carnivals a year.
By means of like ride malfunction or just like in general?
Yeah.
Because I imagine there's a lot of like people who do drugs at carnivals. You know? I don't know. That's an interesting statistic to look up. Something really like wholesome to look up right before you go to bed.
Yeah. Well, you know, I spend most of my time looking at wholesome things.
I don't love a carnival because I think we didn't really grow up with carnivals like that. We grew up in Miami, but like we weren't really going to Santa's Enchanted Forest.
No, I was going to Santa's Enchanted Forest.
I didn't.
I went.
Like I've been, but like it wasn't like we didn't do it as a family.
No. Absolutely not.
You couldn't pay mom to go to something like that.
No, but like I used to go with my friends almost, I mean like every year in like middle school. And I want to say like 9th and 10th grade in high school, like I went to Santa's Enchanted Forest and I had me a ball.
You just check your wine levels?
Yeah.
Not enough.
Not enough.
Thank you.
I mean, there was no wine in there, so.
Those glasses are smoke and mirrors.
I love how I was like, oh, like we're gonna finish the wine.
Fully step over the amazing full circle that I just did.
No, I'm so sorry. What did you just say?
I said those glasses are smoke and mirrors.
Why?
You never know. You never know what's on.
Oh.
You know.
I'm gonna try this.
To be fair, we do have that whole little carton of sake, but there's another bottle of white wine in the fridge.
Holy fuck. I love cucumbers.
Cucumbers so good.
They have always been my favorite. I can sit down, you know, like that guy who makes whole cucumbers. Like, let's eat a whole cucumber.
Sometimes you have to eat a whole
fucking feel you, bro.
What's his name? Logan.
Logan's Feud.
I don't know his last name.
No, that's not his last name. That's his like handle. It's Logan's Food, but he spells it Fewd. You see now?
Cute.
Yeah.
Cute. Very cute.
It's all very cute. And I love him.
I love a cucumber. I do recall your favorite veg always being cucumber. For me, I had a very good like chunk of time where tomatoes were my thing. And I still love tomatoes. But tomatoes were like my number one.
I remember that. For many years, they were your number one. I only like got it with tomatoes when I was older, but it took me a while. I didn't like it. And you know what?
Tell me what.
I remember, because obviously you know that I fucking hated tomatoes. Mom literally used to sit there and pick tomatoes out of my salad for me.
Yeah, you fucking brat. Continue.
I remember the day where I started liking tomatoes.
What day was that?
It was a Tuesday. It was probably a Saturday. You know what? Who knows? Maybe it was a Tuesday. I was at Alex's house, my good friend from childhood. And her mom made like a very kind of like simple like lettuce, tomato, cucumber salad. But here's the catch. She made it with ranch.
I see.
So I was like, holy fuck. Another vessel to shovel this sauce down my throat? Fantastic. Also,
I love a cherry tomato dipped in ranch.
The juices of the tomato with the creamy of the ranch.
I get it. I see how and why.
And like I feel like it's rare because like I don't have a lot of like my brain doesn't recall a lot of things that like happened that I did for the first time.
Like that, like it just seems like, oh yeah, I remember exactly.
But I remember
was.
that because I like so deeply despised tomatoes. Like I had like it was like a personal like issue. I was personally victimized by tomatoes.
You victimize yourself, bitch. They did nothing to you.
No, but they were just too much, you know? They were doing too much. Also, the tomatoes here like are so starchy.
I think that's what it is. The tomatoes in the US are generally, up until not very long ago, were just like year-round trash.
Beefsteak tomatoes.
Those can be really good. That's what I'm saying, though. Like, it's a very seasonal like fruit. Because it is a fruit. 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 Oh, I should have turned the freaking lava lamp on.
Oh.
Okay. It's going to take forever. Notes for next time.
Yeah. Just keep it on. It's vibes.
It is. It's also like
cozy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that I won't stop scarfing this down. It's just...
No, it's okay. I feel like I'm burping and I don't know how this sounds like.
No.
On here.
Nobody knows.
So.
Yeah.
I've had a story that I've been dying to tell you since yesterday.
Yes.
Literally recorded a 2-minute and 15-second voice note when all of a sudden I was like, hold up. No. Let me talk about it in semi-public forums.
In front of everybody.
For the world to know. Everybody. Everybody's going to hear it. So, once upon a time, approximately like, I want to say 2 weeks ago, I matched with this guy on Hinge. We'll call him A. That's his first initial.
His alias.
He has an interesting name. I like an interesting name.
Adolf?
No. That would not be my version of interesting. Not in this climate.
Okay.
So we match. We have a pleasant conversation. He asks me if I would like to go on a date. I say, yes, I would love to. Okay. He asks me, do you have any ideas of where we should go? I'm like, I mean, I live in an area that doesn't have too many options. Like, we either have On the Rocks, Flanagan's, or frickin' Surf Club. Vastly different vibes across the board. So I told him, I was like, I don't mind traveling to wherever you're at. And he said that he's like in kind of Upper Buena Vista area. So I'm like, okay, cool. We have, and I give him a list of options, like 3 different options. And he was like, oh, this one place looks really cool. Let's go there. I'm like, okay, fantastic. This was on like a Friday or a Saturday. We make plans for the following Thursday. Wednesday night rolls around. He had not spoken to me this entire time. No, I'm sorry. It wasn't even Wednesday. It was Thursday morning. Hey, are we still on for tonight? So I'm like, ooh, no, I'm sorry.
Busy.
I made plans. We haven't spoken. You haven't confirmed. I made other plans. Like,
yeah.
But then I also told him, to be fair though, even if we would have made plans, even if we would have like actually like said like we're meeting at this and this place at this and this hour, like we only like, he said, yeah, this place sounds cool. And then the conversation kind of ended there. I told him, I was like, I probably would have asked you to reschedule anyway, because the thing that I'm doing is something with my sister and I want to show up and like really go for it. So he was like, oh yeah, I totally get it. And I'm like, anyway, if you want to reschedule, we can reschedule. I would love to do that. I'm free on Monday. And he was like, oh, Monday could work. So I'm like, okay, great. A couple of days go by. I'm like, hey, listen, I just noticed that the place that we had originally said that we would go to is closed on Monday. And he was like, okay, should we do Tuesday instead? And I'm like, It's also closed on Tuesdays. It's closed on Sundays, Mondays, and Tuesdays. He was like, oh, give me more ideas. At this point, wait. There was another place that was like the one place was closed Sundays, Mondays, and Tuesdays, and then I suggested another like super casual place because he said something like, I don't want to go to a really fancy restaurant because I suggested Sunny's in like the original.
Okay.
Fine. Whatever.
It is a nice restaurant. It is pricey. Fair.
Anyway, I suggested another place, super casual. Like, I think of it as a lunch spot, but like they're open for dinner, usually.
What place?
Pinch.
Oh, and they were closed.
They're closed on Mondays. Fuck. So I messaged him. I was like, hey, listen, I just looked up and like that place is also closed on Mondays. And he's like, suggest more places. And I'm like, I actually was going to say that you should. What the hell do you mean? What is this low effort bullshit? So at this point, it is 5:30 p.m. He has not made a single suggestion, no effort whatsoever for him to like suggest places like in the area that are cool. I tell him places, he hasn't even like checked to see that they're open and available. I'm in the middle of a fucking work day. I don't have time for this shit. Like this isn't like me begging you to spend time with me. Like you want to go out with me? Let's make this like a mutual thing.
No, you should literally be like, hey, like I got us reservations at this.
Exactly. Place. I made the suggestion. You do the rest of the work. So I told myself I got out of the office at like I walked out like I stood up from my seat at 5:20. I said by the time I get into my car, if he has not responded to me about this place being closed too. And like that he needs to suggest some places too, I'm canceling. I got in my car, did not receive a message from him, so I sent him a voice note on the app. And I said, I don't think that we're going to be a good match. I think that I've done the bulk of the legwork and just like a little bit more effort on your end would have been really appreciated, but I wish you the best of luck in finding what you're looking for. This isn't what I'm looking for. And he sent me the emoji that does a certain finger. And
what
then
the fuck?
He responded like this.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, I wish I was. I'm telling you, life is hard out there. You should be thanking your lucky motherfucking stars for Adam every single minute of every single day.
I mean, I am.
No, I know, regardless. You should.
But like he sent you the fucking finger? What a dumbass. Like, what a fucking loser. I mean, already his behavior and
he wrote like, yes, I agree, and he sent me the finger.
What a dumb piece of garbage. You know what? Ugh. It's not even like just... Oh my God, there's so much.
Yeah.
It's not even just the fact that he was so fucking lazy and useless when it came to actually like solidifying something for you. For the two of you, it's not for you the way that you said it. It's like he's not doing you a favor by hanging out with you. Like, buddy,
absolutely
you are
not.
on this app, and unless you state otherwise, I am going to assume that you are looking to like meet people, and meeting people involves at the very least the effort to get to know them at the very fucking least. And so it's like the fact that he's just out here expecting you to literally do everything, and then on top of that like not be enough of a fucking man to just be like, all right, word, like all good, have a wonderful rest of your life. It's just so ridiculous to me. And that's one of the things that's like so annoying, because it's like girls are constantly like receiving scrutiny for like literally fucking being alive. But like so many men now say like that women are just like, like it's so hard to be a man because women like are expecting so much of you. And I don't disagree with that. I do think that it must be really difficult to be a man. I wouldn't want to be a man. I wouldn't want to have to support a whole entire family if that were expected of me.
When was the last time that you saw a man support a whole family of people in our age groups? When was the last time you met?
I know a couple of guys that support their wives fully.
That's not the majority, though.
It's not. It absolutely isn't. I'm just saying that, like, I can empathize with the fact that it must be hard in this economy to, like, have to support a family. Absolutely. So I can empathize with that. But with that being said, like, that doesn't mean that you need to now, like, just say, like, oh, I'm done. Like, I want to see you work, or I want to see you put in the work. It's like, buddy.
Courtney first. What the fuck? I would be glad to be a stay-at-home wife, not mother.
Stepmother.
Very happy to do that.
Stay-at-home
stepmother. Make everything nice. Yeah, sure, why not? Make everything nice. Cook. Shop.
Lovely.
I would love that because, like, I like to do things when I like to do them. And not because I have to. But it's definitely not going to be like, let me plan every single minute of every single part of your day before you've even, like, bought me a drink and tried to woo me with your charming, gorgeous self. Which, by the way, he seemed to have neither. So,
fuck that guy.
Yeah. No, honestly, like, at this point, like, I've been very, very cautious with the way that I speak to people online. Because I've had my time wasted by people. And most recently, I had my time wasted by this freaking douchebag. I know you know. For a very long time, I classified myself as, like, a number one douchebag lover. Just so attracted to them. And I really don't know why. I don't know what it is. This guy and I match. I think it was on Bumble. He very soon after the match asks for my phone number. And I said, I do not give out my phone number until we have a date set. And he was like, oh, really, really? And, like, we continue the conversation. He has not set a date. And then he asked for my phone number again. And I'm like, I don't like to repeat myself. And also, I think that, like, we might be on a different vibe because I'm telling you that I'm here and I date intentionally and I'm looking for a relationship. And if that's not something that you're into, that is so totally fine. But, like, please just let's end this. And he was like, no, I'm messing with you. Let's meet at this one very specific hotel with very nice bars at the bars, not like let's go to the hotel. At a nice at a bar at a nice hotel. Sorry, it's just like he said it with the name of the hotel. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, you know what? That's fine. I am free. It was like, this conversation is happening on Tuesday. We were talking about meeting on Saturday and, like, an afternoon day, but, like, that was fine. The following day, Wednesday, is when I realized that we have plans on Saturday. We had the Galentine's thing. Mm-hmm. So with 4 days in advance, I tell him, hey, I'm so sorry. I don't know why a Galentine's Day thing to me computed as a Sunday afternoon activity, but it is a Saturday thing.
No, literally same. Did I tell you that? I also made plans for Saturday, fully made plans for Saturday because I was like, oh, like, yeah, no, I'm good.
Yeah, Galentine's Day, yeah. So, again, literally the day after, not even a full 24 hours after we set the date, I let him know that, as a matter of fact, 4 days from now, I am not available. But, and mind you, the original, like, conversation said, do you want to meet either Saturday or Sunday? So I was like, I'm no longer, like, I'm not free on Saturday, as it turns out. My mistake. I am free on Sunday then. And he writes me back, that's okay. I am flexible. And then he asks me for a selfie. So I said, I don't send selfies until we've met. Like, that is absolutely ridiculous, dude. What, like, for incentive? And I'm like,
what the fuck?
What incentive do you need? Like, you have my app. Do you want my Instagram? Happy to send you my Instagram. I'm not looking for extra followers. You want to follow me on Instagram? Honey, go right the fuck ahead. I'm not sending you, a stranger, selfies. You're crazy. So finally, a few days go by, and he's like, hey, so what do you say about Tuesday at that same hotel? And I'm like, you sure like going there? And he was like, well, I have the membership. I'm like, oh, fuck, you do. Of course you do. Of course you do. You're such a fucking tool. Of course you do. Side note, I get a text message at 3 o'clock in the morning that same weekend from a former, I guess, hookup, of a selfie of this former hookup and 2 other dudes in the photo. And I'm like, literally, I came to you. I was like, do you know the guy in the middle? Like, I don't know who this is. Turns out it's this guy that I'm talking to. Like, this is how much of a stranger this guy is.
Okay, I now am understanding
full circle. So apparently he's friends with this person that I used to hook up with, which is fine. Like, it's been a couple years since we last slept with each other, and it's totally chill, like whatever. So he asks me if I wanted to go on a Tuesday to this bar, and I was like, okay, but I need to know that, like, we're meeting at a certain time in a certain place, like which bar. There's 2 bars at this hotel, like, where are we going, da da da. And he was like, do I need to assign permission slip to go to like location number 2? And I'm like, let's see how location number 1 goes first. Like, I'm already over you. Like, you're annoying the fuck out of me. So Tuesday rolls around. We said we were going to meet at around, I think it was like, we said around 7:30 that we would confirm that day. And I was like, you know what, that's fine. At 3 o'clock in the afternoon, he has not spoken to me yet. So I message him a question mark. And he is like, hey, so what were we thinking for today? And I'm like, you've got to be fucking kidding, bro. Like, I told you to not waste my time. Like, why do you have my phone number right now? Like, what is happening? Stop it. And he was like, no, it's just like, I don't think that tonight is going to work out for me. I was like, you realize this at 3:30 in the afternoon when we're supposed to meet in 3 hours, that today isn't working for you? I was like, nah, I'm done. Sorry. Like, and he was like, what, a breakup already? I was like, that is absolutely obnoxious. You are obnoxious. And he was like, no, I really, really want to take you out. I'm sorry. Da, da, da. And I was like, you need to know that it's not coming through like that at all. It's coming through like you're wasting my motherfucking time. Like, what do you want? Like, what are you getting out of this?
He sounds like the fucking worst.
A loser.
A literal loser.
Go spend time at that fucking place, dude. Like, that is literally how he does. So I am tipsy, and I agree to meet another night. Like 2 days later. Or like the following week. I don't even remember at this point. Like, it's stretched out over so much fucking time. So like the following week.
Light years.
And mind you, like, I'm having fun, yeah. I'm not like hanging my coat waiting for this dude. Like, I'm having
the fact that, like, anyway, continue.
So we have plans now for Thursday. Wednesday, I message him because like we did chat a little bit more throughout this week, and even though you're doing such a good job.
Bing.
So we had more chats. So like I was like, okay, you know what? Like,
Kanpai.
Oh fuck, kanpai. Is it kanpai or kanpai? We need to look that up.
The restaurant we went to growing up was
I know it's kanpai, but I don't know.
Okay, continue.
So I messaged him. I was like, tomorrow is Thursday, and he messages me back. Yes, I've had the flu for the last 2 days. I'm like, okay, dude,
see you never.
I've heard that there's something going around, and I feel really bad that you're not feeling well, and I hope that you feel better soon. And
You're I am so good.
No. So I told him, I was like, however, at this point, if I am not receiving a screenshot of the confirmation of
like it's some kind of
reservation of a reservation, as far as I'm concerned, for lack of a better term, fuck you.
Yeah.
So he was like, no, I really want to see you. Let's meet on Sunday at this and this bar. And I was like, okay. Sunday rolls around. We have not spoken all weekend. And mind you, I made plans for Sunday anyway. Like, if he would have texted me, like, when are we meeting? I'd be like, no, bro, too late.
Sorry.
But yeah, I just wrote down, I was like, hey, listen, I'm a man of my word. Please don't ever write me again.
And he hasn't.
No, thankfully. At least that direction he knows how to take. But here goes like one of my rules. So like I don't exchange phone numbers until we have a date set. I don't send selfies like that. That's just like a no-no. I don't save a phone number until we've met.
Yeah.
Like we've made plans. I have your number. It's going to be the full
name.
No. 10 digits on my screen until we have met. When we meet, and if I enjoyed myself and I want to go on a second date, that is when I save your number. Otherwise, I, in my notes app, have several different drafts. I had a nice time, but this isn't really going to work out for me.
You just have like prepared breakup notes?
Yes.
Wow. Savage.
What I'm telling you is what I deal with on
Yeah.
on a very regular basis. And
no,
you know
genuinely,
what? There's only so much creativity that a girl can have when it comes to like telling a guy after the first date that she just didn't have a good time. My favorite is when the guy messages me that like this was fun but like not it, because my favorite thing to write back is just glad we're on the same page.
I love that.
Because
you could even make it shorter and more like
ditto. I've
definitely
written ditto.
On the same page. I don't want to be here. I hate you.
Ditto. Best of luck.
Goodbye.
Kiss a kiss. XOXO.
Kiss.
XOXO.
Gossip
girl. Yeah. So
no, I am genuinely like I'm so. How do I say this? I am sorry that you have to deal with this garbage. I'm really, really sorry. It's scary to me that this is what the world has like come to, because like genuinely when I think it, and for some reason like this doesn't come to mind when I think of women on dating apps, even though I know that this is what women are doing. But in my mind, when I think of men on dating apps, I picture a fucking garbage human being with a backwards baseball cap taking a shit and swiping like swiping left is like when you swipe like no, right?
Right.
Just like swiping left on like the most amazing individuals.
Oh
so,
no,
like,
these douchebags usually swipe right on literally any breathing thing and then just like wait to like
gross
filter through.
But like, so I know that women are doing literally the exact same thing.
I don't swipe
but
right on everybody.
It's just like it's
as a matter of fact, my Bumble the other day told me that I need to change my my preferences because I've run out of guys.
You've run out of options?
I fucking hate everybody sucks. Everybody's legitimately like, I hate to say it like this because my self-esteem is like not particularly high. And yet I'm like, that is a face only a mother could love. And even that is questionable. And then I think to myself, how mean would it be if I like, because if you wanted to like message someone, you have to match with them. I sometimes wish that I could be like dating app advisor. Because I'm like, on what planet do you think that is the best photo to put?
Let's circle back on this quickly. Why do you think that is the best photo of you?
Yeah.
Sorry. Do you have any more options to show me?
I've definitely seen and I've dated guys who are not stunning, but like
no. So that was
actually
my next point. That was actually my next point. I think that the whole entire problem with online dating lies in its core, in the fact that it is online dating and that you are not meeting the person face to face. Because I have dated guys who are like objectively not attractive on the outside, but I've been attracted to them because of their personality and the way that they carry themselves and their confidence. And so, like, if I were to see a picture of them, I would be like, absolutely the fuck not.
But I just realized I'm wearing like the ugliest socks. I apologize. I'm so sorry to everybody.
The 5 people who are gonna watch this.
Mom. Hi, Mom.
But like, yeah, so I think that it's a problem. But then I think to myself, I'm like, if I were to be single now, like, how would I go ahead and meet people? I don't know. Because like I go to like yoga classes and stuff, and like I don't want to talk to anyone there. I go to bars, very rare that anybody is like appealing there. And
you're not even looking.
And I'm not looking. But I'm just like, it's a problem. It's a problem.
It's quite really depressing if I'm not gonna like sit here and lie, you know? Like, I am fortunate in that I truly enjoy my own company. I don't need a person, like, if and when I find the person who joins hand in hand to me, it's because they add value to my life. I don't need a project.
Of course.
Absolutely. I have so many. I am my own project.
100%.
I do not need another one. I am a busy gal.
Very.
I am looking to have a nice time. And I don't need to babysit anybody unless it is my man's children and he needs to go on a work trip.
I don't know what it is, but I have a feeling that you're going to like meet someone through work.
There's only one guy that I would.
No, not necessarily somebody that you like directly work with, but like if somebody comes in from a meeting, or like, I don't know, you guys have some kind of fucking convention or some shit.
Oh, so he's gonna be a finance bro?
Feeling... What's the problem?
He's gonna be a finance bro.
They're just bros.
Oh, they wear those vests.
Yeah, they wear those vests.
Oh.
But that's why they need somebody to like give them style and grace, you know?
Oh God, this is so depressing.
What? Why?
I'm not actually
I love that for you. I think that would be incredible. Think of like
they say that thing, like you find stuff when you don't
least expect
when you least expect, when you're not looking for them anymore. You know what? I'm just looking for a peace of mind.
Exactly.
I want to drink good wine and eat good food and enjoy time with my loved ones and hug Jeff every opportunity that I get and watch good movies. And
you sound like you're gonna cry. Are you okay?
No, it's a bit of acid reflux. It comes with age.
Cute.
Yeah, and just kind of chill, you know? So, whatever.
So,
I have to pee.
Really? Okay, go.
Pause.
So you've been wanting to ask me a question.
It's not like a... You're saying it's like, will you be my maid of honor? No.
Yes.
Will you decide what is written on my tombstone? No. Yes. I actually know what I want on my tombstone.
What is that?
Canva Queen.
Canva Queen.
I actually had this whole conversation today with Taylor and Carly about it. Because when we went to Orlando to help Taylor and family move, by the way, I'm wearing a Taylor shirt right now.
Taylor Dory. Look her up.
It was also surrounding Taylor's birthday. It's just like a few days after Taylor's birthday. And Carly got her for her birthday these platform Crocs that are Hello Kitty collab.
Obsessed.
I have other words for it, but my feelings don't matter because it wasn't a gift for me. It wasn't a gift for me. My feelings about it matter not. So they did not fit, or they fit weird. I don't remember exactly what it was, but they needed to be returned.
Is it possible Taylor hated them?
No, absolutely not, because I found them at the Marshalls, same Marshalls as the shoes that I got for work. And I took a photo. Full disclosure, I sent it to them today. I took it yesterday. But in the photo that I took, there were 2 pairs. She asked me immediately, is there a size 9?
Wow, she's got big feet.
Taylor got, yeah. She's steady. She's steady. She's
got a steady foot.
She's very tall. You forget that Taylor's tall.
How tall is she? She's like 5'7"?
I don't know. Everybody's taller than me. I don't fucking care. It doesn't matter.
Very tall is a
both
statement.
her and Carly tower over me, but I guess that's not like hard.
A hard thing to do. No, standing at 5 feet tall.
5'3". I am a 5'3". Post some respect on my motherfucking name. As a matter of fact, I believe I'm 5'3.5". I'm just measuring at 5'3" because of my bad posture.
I'm 5'4.5".
Good for you. So, do they have a size 9? I get up from my seat. I needed some fresh air anyway, so I go downstairs. Full blown, like pre-apocalyptic, not post-apocalyptic. It looked like the end of the world outside today. It was so gray and windy.
Oh yeah.
And I'm downtown, so it also kind of feels like Gotham City.
And it smells like garbage.
Actually, there was a guy smoking a cigarette outside, so it smelled lovely.
Love that.
For me.
No, I really love
Rush over to Marshall's.
It's comforting, honestly.
10 and 11. I was like, I'm so sorry. But then, what I do is always just like immediately go online and see if I can find it online. Not necessarily in the official store, but maybe like on eBay or something like that. And I found on eBay a listing of, I guess, from the same collection, but a different shoe. That instead of it being the clog, it's like a slipper, but also like the platform, and it's in red instead of blue. So I said, debatable on all fronts, but like Taylor didn't like it. Oh. And she said, and then she named the clog, not something like, see, I need my phone for that. I need to write that stuff down. She said, I am this girl, not that girl. So I immediately responded that that's what it's going to say on her tombstone. And then immediately went to Canva, got a tombstone that looked like it was glittery, and wrote that in the same sentence.
Can't remember it?
No, because it's the name of the shoe. I spend very little time thinking about Crocs to remember the different models. We'll caption it for anybody who wants to look it up later.
That'll be the title of the episode.
Yes. Exactly. So I sent it in the group, and it was all within like maybe 7 minutes. So Carly writes back to the group. She's like, how did you get that so fast? And I was like, Canva queen. That is what my tombstone will say.
Uh-huh. Damn, what will mine say? I'm pretty good in Canva. I'm definitely not the Canva queen, though. But what will mine say?
That wasn't my question.
Wait, but now that's my question. What will my tombstone say?
Your tombstone will say, Shavasana on, bitches.
No. Gross. I hate it so much.
Because isn't Shavasana like the position of the dead?
It is.
Dead pose?
Yes.
I know yoga.
Mine
what is it, Sanskrit? I know Sanskrit.
Cute but sad.
You're like the most joyful sad person on planet Earth. Like, no.
We'll have to work on my tombstone.
We'll have to work on it. You know what? We'll get really nice wine drunk in 2.5 weeks and like.
Oh my God, yes.
Yes. Special edition of Bread Girls. Bread Girls go Mendoza. No. Actually, again, ties in.
What was your question?
My question was, when was the last time you cried and why?
When was the last time I cried?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
And why? Like, how long ago timeline, and what was the reason?
You know, it's so crazy because, like,
Because it happened on my way over here.
No, it could have. At this rate, it could have. I used to, like, think I was the hottest shit for, like, not being very emotional and not crying often. But then something happened. I think I turned, like, 27. And then,
Sorry.
which, like, to anybody who doesn't know about astrology, that's, like, when your Saturn return starts, which, like, makes sense as to why, like, things start going downhill. Because that's exactly when things started going downhill for me, when I turned 27. And then...
Holy shit, that's like a decade ago for me. Like, that's how long things have been shit? Yeah, that makes sense.
You've been in your Saturn return.
That checks out.
So... probably like in the last week at some point. Oh, you know what? I cried on Wednesday last week. Because of the funeral.
You got fired?
Because of the funeral.
Oh.
No, that was after I got fired. I got fired on Monday. Cried.
Right. True. Okay.
And then I cried on... Why? When was the last time you cried? Today.
No, it wasn't today, but you know. I cried yesterday because I accidentally washed my hands over a pot of stock that I had worked on for 2.5 fucking hours. And to say that I worked on it for 2.5 hours is incorrect, because as a matter of fact,
this has been a work in progress for
veggie
the last 2
stock.
months.
Yeah. Veggies, well, not cucumbers and tomatoes, but like onions,
cucumbers and tomatoes,
zucchini, peppers, celery, onion ends and skins or whatever, garlic, all of that, whatever I don't use immediately in a recipe, like scraps, the trash, I put in a Ziploc bag and I put it in the freezer. And I wait until it's full, and then I stick it in a pot with some like chicken wings or whatever else I can find, and water, and bring that to a boil and simmer that shit for like hours on end. And I create the most delicious stock on planet Earth. And then yesterday, as I was straining it, I do it in my sink because I don't have much counter space, and
more
just
to come on the
it's messy, so you want to do it.
Kitchen.
And then my sweetest friend called me with my best friend, who is her 3.5-year-old daughter, and they're telling me about school and how she had a really good day, and she shared, and she's eating dubonim in the backseat of the car,
which is like a puffed cracker.
It's potato
like snack.
Potato snack. It's very delicious. It's basically potatoes, air, and I guess some like
maybe we should do like an Israeli snack segment. Oh my god,
we're gonna make the best salad.
Oh my god,
Bamba,
genius.
Da. Okay, great. And then we need to find gold style then. And arak or tubi.
Arak or tubi.
I don't think.
Or honestly, just like bad Israeli wine.
So, not all wine from Israel is bad.
No, I'm saying the bad kind that we used to get 3 bottles for 100 shekels.
No, because those people are racist. We don't support them.
Oh, I don't.
Anyway, so I was on the phone with them, and I was so distracted by this delightful and sweet conversation with this 3.5-year-old who's telling me that she's sharing at school, but she won't share her snack with her mother.
So distracted
that I wash my hands with, like, right above the bowl of strained liquid gold, essentially. And immediately I was like, fuck, I'm so stupid. I'm the dumbest person.
That sounds like my worst. I would have a...
That was like... Listen, this night wouldn't have happened because I was truly about to be my 13th reason why. I was about to be just like, you know what? None of this is worth it.
I'm done.
None of this
I'm
is
out of
worth
here.
it. I love you both.
I'm out of here.
Click. Jeff, I'm going to call mother right now so she can come. Yes, I was unwell, and I was still on the phone with them, and they were distracted, and I was distracted at this point. So I was just like, okay, I love you. I got to go. And then in order to like kind of distract myself from that, I took Jeff out for a walk, and I came back, and I'm looking down at this bowl in my sink.
And you were thinking of just
and
like watering it down.
No, there's soap bubbles. And I'm like, what the fuck? This is so sad. And the whole point of like using these scraps is to not be wasteful with food. And I literally, that is the whole point of it. And then I had to spill it down the motherfucking drain because who wants veggie chicken soap stock? Nobody wants that.
You could have used it for your plant. It needs water.
Does it need to have water all the way up all the time?
No.
Okay. It has water.
Yeah, it's fine.
I don't have plants. I have flowers. I know they're going to die. I don't get sad about it. Like, I know to expect it.
You
It's
don't
like,
need to get sad about it.
no, I would get sad about a plant dying, like me not being able to sustain its life.
No, it's fine.
Flowers, I know they're going to die. It's like being sad about a butterfly dying. Like, they're going to die. Plus, Trader Joe's flowers chill for quite some time.
Don't die. It's like they're picked before their season.
I got them on Saturday.
Oh, well.
No, these are very fresh, but they're going to chill for a while, I believe.
Yeah, I believe you. So I had a wonderful day yesterday, and I went to
where am I?
I went to the studio that I've been practicing at, and at the end of class, I went
Tell me later where it is.
Teacher. It's on Los Olas. I went to the teacher, who is also the manager, and I was like, hey, like, I just wanted to know. I told her very, very briefly about myself. I was like, I've been teaching for almost 10 years. I needed to take a little break from teaching, and so I got like a 9-to-5. I was recently let go, and I'm back to teaching, and I would love to take a class, to teach a class here. And she was like, oh my God, yeah, I love that. Love the energy, whatever. So beautiful, great, very receptive interaction. And she was like, okay, let me text you. She literally texted me within minutes after leaving the studio. And she was like, hey, can you come on Thursday for an audition? I was like, absolutely, of course, 100%. Literally within 5 minutes after that, my friend who I teach retreats with, who I've taught multiple retreats with at this point, texted me, and she was like, hey, do you want to teach a retreat with me in November? And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Yes, absolutely.
Where?
In Nicaragua.
Cute.
And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And she was like, no, she's been going through a lot of her own stuff. And so she took a little break from teaching retreats because that's the main thing that she was teaching. And I know that this is going to sound like the most annoying fucking thing and I'm going to sound like the worst person alive.
Say it.
But there's moments in life where you're like, okay, maybe things are working out for me and for my advantage. Mm-hmm. And right now it genuinely feels like things are. And maybe it's because I'm right after my period and I'm not having hormonal existential dread. Mm-hmm. But wait, that's actually so funny because as I was getting fired, I swear to God, as soon as I ended the call, in my brain, the first thing I thought about was, thank God I'm on my last day of my period.
I can't believe this is the first time that I realize is he did this on a phone call?
On a
what the fuck?
On a Zoom or whatever.
Why?
It literally doesn't matter.
It absolutely matters. Listen, when I got laid off, motherfucker got on a plane literally for 4 hours to come to Miami to fire me. This man lives in Atlanta. Your boss lives In the same area code as you.
But I don't work from the office. I didn't work from the office on Mondays.
Jeffo.
Yes, he could have waited until Tuesday, technically. But honestly, like, it's fine. I genuinely do not give a flying fuck. I go like,
whatever. Sit.
I was so upset the day of. I was so upset the days after. I still have like some saltiness over not even the way he did it, but like
everything.
Like the way he did it, but not the way he did it like over the phone. Like that I don't give a flying fuck about. To be honest with you, if he would have texted me and been like, hey, can you come in on Monday? I would have been like, the fuck? You know, I would have been even more pissed that I would have had to drive there and be there.
All right.
But I'm not even mad about it at all. Kind of, but going back to like what I was just starting to get at, like, as cheesy as it is, I really feel like the universe or whoever the fuck, I don't know, call it gravity, was pulling me away, because for the last couple of months I've been looking. I mean, a month ago I filmed 4 classes to have for the next 4 weeks to upload to YouTube. Yeah. Making a plan to eventually make my way out. I was already 1 foot out the door in my brain. You know what I mean? And so he just made it faster for me, and he accelerated the process, because if I would not have quit yet. Right. But I would have taken my sweet ass time before quitting and before leaving. And that would have, and now I've been shoved into like the deep end, right? And so I'm like forcing myself to do more, and it has accelerated me in the direction of like in which I would like to go, which is doing more things that I believe in and that I like and that I want to do. Yeah, you know.
Jeff, what do you think about it? He has a lot of thoughts. Jeff is our mascot.
Vybeni mazot.
Yeah, no, that's I love that for you, and I think you're right. The verbiage is not important here on who is causing what shift or whatever, as far as I'm concerned. All that matters is that you wake up in the morning feeling motivated and happy and ready to just like face life and do your best. And I truly feel like in the beginning you were really motivated with this place, but like
very quickly
that dissipated very fast, because it's just not something that you wanted to do.
No, I was honestly like, and I don't mean this in like a cocky way, but like I know I was too big for the role, and like
you were overqualified.
I was overqualified, and they wanted me to do a very, very simple like thing, which I like was cool with doing, but I wanted the opportunity to do
because
more.
That's not fulfilling. You need to know that you can have creativity within your role and like make sure that you do other things.
Exactly. And so like once I started wanting to grow, they didn't want it. And I think it became very apparent to both of us that it was just like not right. And so I'm really, really happy about it. And if anything, like kind of grateful for it. So yeah.
It taught you how to work with households.
So for our Hebrew segment of the day, Vybeni mazo. How do you say that in English?
With this sentiment.
And with this sentiment, our last cheers of the evening.
Cheers. Love you, Poop. Love you, Jeff. Cheers. Jeff doesn't like it when his mommy drinks.
Well, too bad.